everyone. The Azure truck came in last night and I have set everything out here to show you all what we got. It has been a long time since I have filmed. I took way longer off than I planned. Everything is fine here, but between moving and, well, anyway, I filmed a vlog that I will post next week that talks a little bit more about where we've been, but we've had some tummy bugs and nothing crazy, nothing awful, just a lot at once. And I had to, well, YouTube was the rubber ball that gets to drop. Anyway, let me show you what we got today. We did a lot less cooking last month through September, just because we were moving. So we didn't burn through many of our staples. The most expensive staple we had to pick up this month was our honey, which thank goodness, it's always nice when this falls on a smaller month because this is really not cheap. It's very expensive. This is a raw honey, and I have debated also stocking a not raw honey for times when we use it in cooking, but for the most part, our honey gets used in our elderberry, about a cup at a time every time we make elderberry. So we do keep it raw, we do consume it raw. For the most part, we have stuck with buying this one, but maybe someday, as budget allows, we will also stock a cheaper one for cooking purposes. Back here, I also took the opportunity to stock up on our Scout bars since I didn't need to stock up on things like flour and rice and, you know, all of that. These are our staple ones. We love the peanut butter, the apple, and the raspberry. We like the apple and the raspberry to send to nut-free environments with our kids, but this one I think has higher protein, so if we're just home, I prefer the peanut butter. And then I picked up a single box of this blueberry flavor just to try. This one should also be allergy friendly, so we'll see what the kids think of that one. Also, we don't buy much in the way of soap, but it has been really nice, especially during this tummy bug, to just have a really simple soap on the counter. When we bought our house, it came with a bottle of soap, not this kind, but it made me realize how much more I love using a squirt bottle than a bar of soap, especially like after changing diapers or whatever. So I'm gonna try this out. We'll probably just stock this in our guest bathroom or like our hall bathroom where people are more likely to go, and that's also where the kids go. So we'll give it a shot. He's over here carrying around bulk bags of coffee, so that's what the crinkling is. We don't get our coffee from Azure, so that's something else. Anyway, the bulk of our order is produce. So I picked up these acorn squash. I might get a few more of these locally. We have some family coming in later this month. And one of my favorite fall recipes is a roasted acorn squash with like a sweet potato soup inside. So you use the squash cut in half as a bowl. It sounds really fancy, but it's actually really easy. It's just a basic sweet potato soup, you know, onions, spices, potatoes, blend it down, and then these get cut in half and roasted in the oven with some maple syrup and some olive oil, and it is delicious. It's my favorite fall thing. I usually do it once or twice, so I picked up these. I love that they're organic. That's really nice. I can't find organic acorn squashes in our grocery store. The kiwi my kids have been loving and flying through. We've had no problem going through these before they go bad. We do eat them pretty quickly, but they've also been very forgiving. I would say this is a good buy at Azure. It just it doesn't come moldy. This is maybe our 4th or 5th time getting these, and it's a great purchase every time. Oranges are a little hit and miss. I was hoping we were getting close to orange season, but I think that comes more in the winter, right? When there's a fresh harvest of oranges. So these must be, even though I'm feeling all the cold temperature vibes, these still must be end of season oranges, which is a bummer, but we'll still eat these and hopefully enjoy them. They're not moldy at all. They just don't have the most promising color. Now back here we have sweet potatoes and regular potatoes. We will use these potatoes for the soup, and then anything left over will just be used for a side dish with a dinner one night. And then I had these russets and these reds, which I added because the potatoes were going in and out of stock this entire month. It has been kind of hard to get potatoes. And if you look at everything going on with the potato harvest in the US and just all the drama. It's not surprising that prices have gone up and then the stock is kind of hit and miss. But I'll show you out in the garage. I also just purchased a 50-pound bag of the gold potatoes, and it kept saying it wasn't gonna fulfill. And so I added these. Hi! I added these kind of as insurance, and then all of my potatoes filled. So we're gonna eat a lot of potatoes. Here I picked up canned peaches and pears. Oh my goodness, we have company. I often can our peaches and pears. It cuts back on waste and expense, but we were moving this month right during peach and pear season, and it just was not my year for that. So the next few months, this is one of our major sources of fruit throughout the winter. So the next few months, I'm probably just gonna pick up some cans of these, stock our shelves, and we will eat through those in the winter when a lot of seasonal fresh fruit goes out of stock. I feel like we're already feeling the seasonal fruit shift, you know, like peaches, plums, all of that is not readily available. It won't feel so bad once apples come in season. I think next month we will have some seasonal apples. Then we also picked up this 5-pound bag of strawberries. I took it out of the box to put it in the freezer last night. We were out of room up here. We couldn't fit the whole rectangle in there. And then here we have this breakfast sausage. This is a favorite now. I think this is the 3rd time we've ordered this. My husband loves this in breakfast burritos. So I just cook them up, chop them up, and it'll make about 5 breakfast burritos per sausage packet, which is about 1 week for him. Of course, there's eggs and sometimes potatoes, cheese, other things in there as well. But this has been really nice. And one case will last us a month or two because it is a little spendy, but it's high quality and we really value that. Okay, let me show you what 50 pounds of potatoes looks like. Oh, before we go out there, I think I forgot to mention this. This is the Redmond Relight. We like this a lot. Yeah, we were almost out. And of course we had got a stomach bug. My kids won't actually drink any kind of electrolyte. I purchased so many different electrolytes over the past few weeks. They won't drink them, but my husband and I will. So we restocked on this just in case there is more stomach bug fun to come this winter. Ooh, it smells like diesel out here. Okay, so the potatoes are still in the trunk of my car because I am 3rd trimester pregnant now and they're in a 50-pound bag. However, I did spend the extra money, I think it was just a few bucks more, to have them packaged in individual bags. So they're in 10 5-pound bags rather than one big sack. And I think that will be worth it just for my sanity. It's easier to move them around the fridge. I wasn't sure how I would store them, so let me show you. It's a lot of potatoes, isn't it? So it comes in this big sack, and for a second I was worried that I hadn't actually ordered the one that I wanted, but you can see they are all packed in the individual 5-pound bags. So I'm gonna have to unload these before it heats up here this morning. It's been pretty cool at night, so these were fine in the trunk overnight, but I don't want them to get all roasty toasty today. But yeah, I'm very excited for these. I think they last a really long time in the fridge. So we'll see. This is kind of an experiment. We have a family of 5. 3 of those are small children. Sometimes they eat the potatoes, sometimes they don't. This one loves potatoes. So we actually have been sort of eating a lot of potatoes. So we'll see if this is a waste of money or if we go through this fast enough. Maybe we can even can some if they start to go bad. All right, thank you so much for joining. It was really nice to come back to YouTube a little bit, and I do want to share more than just Azure hauls. This was a really easy way to re-enter and say hello again, and thank you all if you are still here. The video I have coming out next, we're gonna do some homemade chicken bone broth with some stuff I got from Azure, as well as make some candles, not from Azure, just I've had all the supplies laying around and I'm gonna make some fall candles, finally. I'm gonna get it done. So if you are new to Azure, I do have a link down below that you can check out. It will take you to their website. It's free to place an order. There's no extra charge for joining or anything like that. So anyway, I hope you all have a great weekend and I will see you all next week with the next video. Bye-bye.